What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and after we found out about the Warner Media Discovery merger, I kind of thought that it was going to be a lull in DC news for a while, that they were going to kind of figure out exactly what they were going to do going forward, but that was not the case yesterday. Yesterday, we had a flood of DC announcements and information being put out there. We had still images, promotional images from The Batman. We had announcements of a new Batman animated series with J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves at the helm. Can't say I'm too happy about that. We also had a Superman animated series that looks to be more heavily focused on Lois than it is Superman. But one thing that I am very interested in was this announcement right here. Injustice: Gods Among Us animated movie officially announced by DC Warner Brothers Animation. Now, there may be a lot of people that got introduced to the Injustice universe through the comic books. You might have been introduced to it through the fighting game that was very, very popular and has a sequel. But either way, there's a lot of people out there that are very fond of this story set in this alternate reality, and we're now going to be getting an animated movie based on this story. DC has revealed its next direct-to-video animated movie, and it's a big one. The wildly popular fighting game Injustice: Gods Among Us is getting a movie adaptation. Oddly, neither DC nor Warner Brothers Animation made a formal announcement of the new project. Instead, its existence was revealed via a press release for Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2. Among the bonus features included on that Blu-ray set will be a trailer for an Injustice movie. At this time, no other details are known about Injustice, though with The Long Halloween Part 2 scheduled for July 2021, it seems we'll see the Injustice drop before the end of the year. That would be pretty awesome. It remains to be seen how closely the movie will follow the plot to the original game, and whether the game's voice cast will reprise their roles. 2013's Injustice: Gods Among Us and 2017 sequel are set in an alternate DC universe where Superman is driven mad after being tricked by Joker into killing his wife Lois and their unborn child. And one thing that is very, very obvious when it comes to the Injustice universe is that there are elements of what Zack Snyder had planned for the DC universe, this nightmare scenario, that are 100%. There are some very, very clear similarities between the Injustice universe. Now, obviously, Superman isn't killing Lois and his unborn child, wasn't tricked by the Joker. Instead, Darkseid would be planned to kill Lois and their unborn child. Superman would succumb to the anti-life equation, and obviously they would have to do some time travel to fix those things. That would have been the plot going forward for Justice League Part 2 and 3. But there are clear similarities between that universe and what Zack Snyder was building in the DCEU. So of course it then becomes very interesting that they are going forward with this thing, while at the same time they're saying that they have no intentions to continue the Snyderverse in any way, shape, or form. I think a lot of that has the potential to change, especially with this Warner Media Discovery merger. I am eventually going to do a stream or a video talking all about that. I haven't had the opportunity to really dig into it yet just because I've been so busy. But this new merger could really be a shakeup for a lot of things, especially the way that they're talking about having respect for creators and directors and things like that, respect for their talent. Those are very key words that lead me to believe that might be more realistic than a lot of us may have thought. The Injustice saga has been greatly expanded through various spin-off comics which flesh out the 5 years leading up to the events of the first game, then bridge the gap between the first and the sequel. It's possible the animated movie could be an adaptation of the comics rather than the games, or even an entirely new story set within this dystopian DC universe. I happen to think that it will just be its own take. That's a lot of times what we see with these DC animated movies. You look at Justice League War, that was an adaptation of those first several comics in the Justice League New 52 run. You look at Throne of Atlantis, you look at these things, they're adaptations. They are very closely derived to a lot of the source material, but definitely with some changes involved. So I could really see it going either way when it comes to an Injustice movie. Either way, I know that I'm pretty excited for it. I really love the games. I love the comic run. I love this alternate universe. And I think that an animated movie is the perfect place to really flesh it all out, as opposed to just getting little tastes of it in live action. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.